Hello, guys. Good day. This is Anna of Reinforcement Club. Today, we are going to talk about how commitment works like magic. Now, commitment, in terms of personal development and goal achievement, commitment is our dedication to a cause, activities, or objectives, and it is our effort to achieve our goal despite of the obstacles, challenges, difficulties, distractions that may arise. Commitment requires an ongoing investment of time, energy, and resources. Now, why commitment is essential in achieving goals? Number one is commitment provides directions and focus. Commitment clarifies our goals and maintain our focus on them. So when you are committed, your actions and decisions are aligned to your objectives, which minimizes your distractions and boosts your productivity when you are committed. Another thing is that commitment enhances your resilience. You got to get things done whatever it takes. You got to get to that point 3 years or 5 years from now. That is your direction. That is your prize. Keep your eye on the prize. Whatever it takes, whatever comes along the way. Could it be challenges? So you view setbacks as temporary and you are more willing to find solutions rather than giving up. You never give up when you're committed. And when you are committed, you foster consistency. There's no way that you can achieve a goal and you're committed without being consistent. Commitment ensures that you keep putting in the necessary work regularly, which is essential for you to track your progress. And when you're committed, you will eventually build self discipline. So you prioritize long term rewards rather than instant gratification. And when you have self discipline, like for example, you have a goal, 5-year goal, you're going to buy a house. So with that self discipline, you are going to develop discipline, or should I say, regulate yourself in terms of your spending habits. So you have to know where your money is going to so that you can track the progress of your savings so that you can buy a house 5 years from now or 3 years from now. It's up to you. So with that self-discipline, you are going to get hold of your spending habits. You're going to plan how much are you going to save every month, every week, and in how many ways you can able to come up with those amount of savings in order to come up for you to come up with that amount 5 years from now to buy a house. So that is self-discipline. You're going to regulate yourself, your spending habits. So that's just an example. And when you are committed, it boosts your motivation, which means that you are driven by internal desires and values, which can be more sustainable than external rewards. Those internal desires and values cannot be taken away from you, and you will do whatever it takes to protect that. Sometimes when people talk negative against your goal, don't mind them. Keep your eyes on the prize. Now, lastly, when you are committed, you will eventually become accountable. Accountable in a way that you know when you make mistakes, when things doesn't go your way, you will own your mistakes. The reason why it's important to own our mistakes is that when we own it, it means that we are going to be in control of it. Otherwise, if we blame others, we give mistakes to others. It could be to the environment, to other people, whichever you prefer. If you don't own your mistakes, you can't fix it. You can't change. So it's way better to be owning it and be in control of it. That's the only way for us to change, to fix our errors. And since we are accountable and committed, we can able to track our progress and ensure that are we on the track? Are we measuring the right data? Are we saving every week? Are we putting in our effort in order to save this amount every month in order to buy a house in 5 years? So going back to the previous example. So keep your eyes on the prize. At the same time, track your progress and be accountable. Oh my gosh, I overspent this week, so I have to make it up next week. In other words, I must not overspend so that I can reach this amount for us to buy a house in 5 years. Keep your focus. Now, the reason why people lack of commitment is that some people have lack of clarity and purpose. So, without a strong sense of purpose, it's difficult for any individual, even myself, to stay motivated and dedicated if there's nothing really in there. So, what is this discipline is for? Self discipline is for? It accounts to nothing unless if I can create a purpose for it, then the focus or the energy will be just dedicated to it, to my purpose. It's just that some people have lack of clarity and purpose. Another thing is that, you know, people may lack of commitment because of fear of failures. That's the reason why they tend to hesitate. And since they hesitate, they have lack of dedication. And some people have doubts too. They doubt themselves. They don't have the confidence needed to commit fully. So it could be because of their past trauma, negative experiences in the past, without a purpose. People have doubts. That's why they cannot commit. They don't trust the process. They don't even trust the goal. Whichever reasons, people sometimes have doubts. Now, another thing why sometimes people also tend to really hesitate in committing is that it's because they have overwhelming goals, which means that the goals can be too large, unmanageable. People may feel overwhelmed and avoid committing to them. So, like for example, you are buying a 500,000 euro house in 5 years. And when you look at the price, it is overwhelming, and you're just only working. You're only getting salaries every month. And how in the world can you able to get a down payment, a good amount of down payment to buy that 500,000 house? That is unimaginable for you at the time. But when you do something about it, when you really want it so bad that you will break any rules about yourself, your spending habits, your savings, that you really want it, regardless of the time. You want it, you can able to save money in 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, whatever it takes. You're going to get that. If you are dedicated enough to get to that point, to that down payment for 500,000 house. And besides, other than your current job, you can always find a way to do other side hustles, or even start your own business in order to get to that goal, to your 5-year goal or 8-year goal, to buy that 500,000 euro house. Now, it could be overwhelming if you only imagine the process and the amount. But when you really want it, nobody's going to stop you. You're really going to find a way, not excuses. Now, another thing is that people tend to not commit on any goals or relationships. It's because of lack of support. So without supportive environment or network, maintaining commitment can be challenging. So sometimes encouragement, guidance, and accountability from others can strengthen one's resolve, one's commitment. Sometimes, those support that we needed in order to get our big goals, big dreams, we can't have it at home. Sometimes our parents wouldn't support us, even our mom and dad, our brothers and sisters. Sometimes they talk us out from our dreams, from talking about our dreams. That is why support can be crucial. So it's important to be committed to our dreams, to protect our dreams, and to find support from like-minded people, or those people who cares about us. Because those people who cares about us doesn't want us to stay the same. Those people always want us to get better every day in all sorts of ways. So find the right people and protect your dream. Sometimes though, because of competing priorities, life often presents multiple demands. It can dilute our commitment. For other people, sometimes they prioritize their own family, and they need to take care of their parents. They need to make time for their kids. They also have to prioritize their work. So overwhelming priorities. And they also need to look after themselves. So that is why they cannot commit to a goal. which is personalized and intended for them and good for them. Otherwise, if you really care about your big dreams, you will always find time, even half an hour, 1 hour, in order for you to make an effort, do something about your 5 year dream, 3 year dream, or even just to keep yourself healthy, exercising, committed to exercise 3 to 4 times a week, or it could be every day, half an hour every day, in a way that you have to wake up early in the morning if you have to. If you are dedicated to your health, to improving your health by means of exercise, half an hour, 15 minutes, 1 hour, it doesn't matter. Commitment is what really counts. Now, some people, they cannot commit because they prefer to have instant gratification. Instant reward can be inviting at times. But when you prefer long-term benefits, like delayed gratification, the return could be immense, massive return, because the effort is long-term, and the universe will reward you by giving you what you think, giving you the things that you deserve, that you work for in the long term. So, if you are committed in your 3 year dream, to your 3 year dream, 5 year dream, those goals would be happy and happily waiting for you right there. You just have to really push yourself or pull yourself towards that big dream that you have in your heart. Now, in the most part, people cannot commit because of procrastination. Some people rely in making decisions through their feelings. Sometimes feelings can be up and down. Sometimes feeling can be, our feeling can be happy, sad, or glad. And, most of the time we're not really happy to doing the hard things. Things which, really, in which we really need to push ourselves. So if we rely on our feelings, of course, we are going to procrastinate over time. And we cannot track our progress if we procrastinate. If we don't do the things we said that we're going to do. That is procrastination. So we said to ourselves, oh, I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do this later. And to the point that we forget about it. And what is our progress? We could be lazy enough to track our progress eventually because of procrastination. Now, I'm going to give you 10 strategies to strengthen your commitment. The first thing is set specific and clear goals. Define what you want to achieve in precise terms. So clear goals provide direction and make it easier for you to track your progress. So make it smart, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Time-bounded goals. So it could be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, long-term goals. And then break them down to 6 months, to monthly, to weekly, to daily. Do something about it every day. The second thing that you're going to do is find your why. Find your big reason, your deeper reason behind your goals. So this is the inner drive. This is the fuel of your goals, your big why. Connecting your objectives to your values and passions that can boost your intrinsic motivation. That is your purpose. Find your why. Why do you want to get to that point in life, to your goals? Number 3 is create a plan. Create a roadmap to guide your efforts every day, every week towards your ultimate goal, which can be happen a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. And in that way, when you have a goal, you have a purpose, you created a plan, and you're doing something about it every day, this can build your confidence, which is number 4. Build confidence by doing what you said you're going to do. Focus on your strength and past success. This can boost your confidence. Building self-confidence can enhance your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. So take action. Execute what's in the roadmap to your goals. Number 5 is seek support. Those people who are healthy for you. Support from the people who's really rooting for you, not those people who's going to talk you out from your goal. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who can provide encouragement, advice, and accountability. You can find a mentor, joining a group with similar goals. For example, real estate investment groups when you are into real estate investing, or it could be personal development groups. You can go, you can join there. You can find them online or just simply hire a mentor. Number 6 is break down your goals. Divide larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This approach makes it easier to take action and sustain momentum. So if you have a 1 year goal, what you can do about it every month. And then in order to get to your goal monthly, what can you do about it every week? In order to get to your weekly goals, you have to divide it every day. So daily to weekly to monthly to your 1 year goal. Number 7 is develop self discipline. So it's, when you hear about self discipline, it's kind of scary though. But self discipline means just merely practicing, setting routines and sticking to them. Just routines. And you list down the things to do for the day and just do them. It's easier said than done, but sometimes you're not going to be 100% every day. But by merely showing up, regardless if you are 70%, 80%, 50%, but still you do your routines, you still can able to get to your goal in time. You could be 50% today, but the next day around you're going to be 100% eventually. Anyway, so we're not going to be perfect. We're just humans. The only thing which can work, which can manage 100% consistency are robots. But as human, AI, whatever robots that we have, they are the stuff which can complement us. We can use them. We must not allow ourselves to be used by them. We are the one who created this stuff. Now, let's get back on the track. Self-discipline. Create a routine and your things to do in order for you to manage yourself, regulate yourself, so that you can attain your daily goals, then weekly goals, then monthly goals, and then yearly goals. Number 8 is embrace failures. So you view failures as a learning opportunities rather than setbacks. Understand that failure is part of the process. And, understanding and beating your feelings in the midst of failure and do something about it, fix it until it works, it can reduce your fear eventually and increases your resilience. That you can manage to do whatever it takes, whatever comes along, and still, be on the track. Because life can be hustles and bustles. That's why we're not going to be 100% every day, and things just pop up itself, unexpected. And then we need to tackle that, but still keep our eyes on the prize. Monitor progress. Number 9. Regularly track your progress and celebrate milestones. In this way, you can also gain confidence. And confidence comes from ourselves first. We don't get confidence from others. Otherwise, those are external validations. Confidence and self-love comes from us first. This is positive. This is a positive reinforcement for us to keep ourselves motivated and committed to our direction in life. And lastly, number 10, stay flexible. You can change your way, whenever something comes along, challenges, problems, and then tackle them. Although you weren't able to do your routine, your task for the day, you can make it up after a week, a month. But staying flexible means get back on the track after you tackle those, disturbances or important problems that comes along. Get back on the track. Be open to adjusting your plans as needed. Flexibility allows you to adapt to changes and continue moving forward without losing commitment. Get back on the track as much as you can, as much as possible, as early as possible. By understanding the importance of commitment and addressing the factors that undermine it, individuals, you and me, can enhance our ability to achieve goals and realize our potential in the long run, in the long-term process, in the process to our journey. So that is why commitment is essential. It is a soft, a soft talent that we must develop in order to get us to where we want to be. So and we're talking about big dreams. Now, if you ever love this episode today, you can share it to your family and friends. You can follow me in YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. This is Anne of Reinforce Me Club. I do appreciate your time and have a lovely day ahead. Thank you once again.